Hi YouTubers, and welcome to another one of my videos. My name is Pastor Ryan Rouse, and this is my day 32 reflection on my journey with Dietrich Bonhoeffer. I know what you might be thinking. You might be looking at the video feed or my channel going, whoa, his last video was day 14 or day 15. I apologize, it's been a while since I've released one of these. I've gotten kind of busy with Lent, but about a lot of other things going on in my life, and I'll admit, part of me was or has been a little bit discouraged as I've looked at my views on YouTube. You know, I was hoping that more and more people would watch these, and I've seen 5 and 6 hits, and that's kind of discouraged me. And then I thought, after some reflection recently, that since I have a passion for this and I want to do this, I feel like I should keep doing this regardless of the numbers, because really the numbers isn't what matters. What matters is just to try to get the word out on sharing my faith and sharing what I'm learning on this journey, and also getting some more of those Bible study videos out. So I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, and I hope you'll check back for more videos, because I do plan on releasing them. It's funny how, as I look at today's reflection, and today's reflection is going to reflect on the last couple days, I'll be honest, because the last couple days, Bonhoeffer has been talking about intercessory prayer. And before that, Bonhoeffer talks a little bit about community and being the fact that we are created to be in community with one another. He talks about, worrying about individuals who can never be alone. And then worrying about people who can never be in community. We kind of need to find a healthy medium. We need to be in community, but we also need to have time to be alone. And then he goes into intercessory prayer, and he talks about praying for others. That oftentimes when we are willing to pray for others, especially those who persecute us and those who hurt us, that as we do that, as we pray for them, eventually our eyes can hopefully become opened so we see that person the way God sees them. And just as that person has been forgiven and loved by God, we're called to kind of do the same. And hopefully our eyes are open as we pray for people. So he talks a little bit about that. And then in today's day 32, the writing from Bonhoeffer, he says, and I'll just read just a little quote from him. He says, "Intercessory prayer is also a daily service Christians owe to God and to one another. Those who deny their neighbors prayers of intercession deny them a service Christians are called to perform." And then he kind of goes on to talking about the idea of making intercessory prayer a daily thing. And I'll be honest, as a pastor, at our church, we have intercessory prayer every Sunday, and a lot of times those prayers are very specific. We lift up prayers of healing for our congregation, prayers for the land, for the earth, prayers for our leaders, prayers for the saints who have gone before us. There's very specific intercessory prayers. But I've never really thought about, actually having intercessory type prayers every day, which is good. Even in my own prayer life, having kind of a list. And in my reflections, as I was thinking about intercessory prayer, it made me realize that, as we pray for not only the people that may persecute us, or as we pray for people, and we begin to see those individuals through the eyes of God, or to see them how God sees them, that as we pray for certain issues or certain things, perhaps we'll see those things through God's eyes. And maybe we'll be even encouraged to try to work or to help God with those things we're praying for. So let me just briefly touch on the reflection questions. So it says, 1, write about how you feel when you are praying for others in your community of faith. Well, as I pray for others in my community of faith, I'm very empathetic. So if somebody is experiencing a great tragedy and are needing prayers for that, I begin to feel for them and feel for the pain and the sadness or whatever they're experiencing. If it's like a medical issue, I feel bad for them, and I, of course, pray for healing. And then I also am empathetic, and I wonder and begin to think, well, what is it like for them to go through this, and how difficult it must be. So sometimes it can be hard, because it can be very emotional. On the flip side of that, if I'm praying for somebody and I'm giving thanks for something good that's going on in their life, that can fill me with joy and make me happy as I pray for something good that has happened. So I guess, as in answering that question, I have all kinds of different feelings when it comes to praying for others in the community of faith. And then the second question says, is intercessory prayer a daily source of new joy in God and in the Christian congregation for you? Well, I kind of mentioned earlier that I just don't necessarily have daily intercessory prayer that I do. Of course, I do pray daily, but maybe that's something I need to make. I need to make this more of a habit in my own life, and actually start to have more of a list of things that I'm praying for. I mean, I do have people I pray for, but to put other stuff in my prayers, as I pray for, our country, especially now as I go on Facebook and I see all the posts, negative. Actually, a lot of the posts seem to be negative about the election. Praying for our country as we elect a new leader, and praying for things going on in our world, and just praying all sorts of things. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But I definitely can see how having daily intercessory prayer can help you in your faith life as a disciple. And quick story, which I found really interesting today, is right after I got done with my meditation and was done with my reflection, and just about ready to record this video, I had an individual call the church, and it was the wrong number. But as he found out that I was a pastor, he said, "Oh, you're a pastor." He's like, "Wow, God must be working," because basically this individual, he had his dog poisoned. His neighbor had poisoned 3 of his service dogs, and I guess he had his dog cremated, and his other 2 dogs made it. But this individual has been a veteran, has been in the military, and it sounded like he's gone through a lot, and so he was dealing with a lot of anger, and he asked if I would pray for him, and I thought, wow, here is an example of an intercessory prayer. This person, I have no clue who they are, asking me to pray for them, and I will pray for that individual that God helps him with his anger and helps him find forgiveness and helps him get through this difficult time. Because I know losing an animal can be like losing a family member. And it also kind of goes along with another thing that we learned from Bonhoeffer a couple days ago, that sometimes God will interrupt us, and to see it as a good thing is we're busy working on something that we need to be open to the fact that God may interrupt us to help somebody, and even if it's doing some small task, you never know how we could help that person and in the process help God answer that person's prayer. Anyway, sorry, this video turned out to be a little bit longer, but hey, I kind of needed to do a longer video, right? Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for checking this out. Please subscribe to my channel, and please share this video. Encourage your friends to check out my channel, and I will be adding more videos soon, especially a Bible study video. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.